Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? I'd like to welcome you. It is, what's today? Tuesday, March 11th, 2025. Welcome to the live stream where we talk about the 5-minute breakout. Try to take a breakout trade 5 minutes after the market open. So when the 9:35 candle opens, if we get a signal, we take it long. And we are targeting 34 ticks with a stop loss of 30 ticks. And just a quick reminder, this is not intended to be financial advice. This is just a way for me to show you what my journey's like and for you guys to just kind of follow along. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this type of material, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I go live or if I post a new video. I started a little bit, well, I wanted to start a little earlier. I wanted to show you guys something that was kind of interesting. Actually, let's take a roll call real quick to see who's here. Benjamin, good morning. Mitch, good morning to you. Todd, good morning. Herschel, good morning. Joe, Rich, good morning. How you guys doing? So what I wanted to kind of show you guys is the question came up. It's like, why am I only taking a long trade? And you know, why not shorts? So I wanted to kind of show this to you, which I think you'd find kind of interesting. Let's go to this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I ran stats, and this basically goes from January 13th to December 3rd. Actually, it's up until yesterday. But the last trade that it took was March. This is March 10th, right? So up to yesterday's data. So there were no trades today. And there was actually not a trade yesterday, but I ran the stats for that time period. And what I did is I also trade this thing during the London. So during the London Open at 3 a.m. Eastern time, when the 305 candle opens, I take the same trade. So I wanted to kind of show you guys the stats, which I thought you guys might find a little interesting. So here is where we are just the strategy for the trade that we take during the New York Open. So that's right here. This is the 5-minute long. This is during the New York Open. And the date you can see, it's from January 14th. The last trade it took was March 3rd. And it took a total of 18 trades. It's trading at 72%. And the average trade is 384. Let me show you what the kind of the graph looks like. So this is what the equity curve looks like, the graph. Okay? So this is for the trade that we take during the Monday Open. I'm sorry, during the London, can't get my head straight, during the New York Open. The London Open, the stats are, again, from January 13th to March 10th. And it's taken 19 trades, and it's trading at 78, almost 79%. And these are long-only trades, okay? And this is what the equity curve looks like for the London. Now, it did take a loss here yesterday. Not last night, but the night before. So what we do is if I combine these two together, okay, and we look at the combined portfolio, the trades for both of them. So the summary for that is, okay, so if we look at the New York Open, it's made $6,900. London's made $49. We take those two, combine it, it's made almost $12,000 since, and this is trading 5 contracts, okay? So it's made almost $12,000 since January 13th. It's trading at 75%, almost 76% combined, and a profit factor of 2.2, which is actually pretty good. And if we look at the compared between the two, we can see that the red right here is the I don't know, it should have the actual name on there for the this one right here. So it's the equity is called the London is called, well, I guess they're both the same. I got to work on that and see why that's not giving us the right names. But anyhow, so combining both of them together, you can see which one performs and how it performs. Now, if we take a long and a short on the New York session, we get this kind of result where it's only made $3,500 from the same time period. Okay? So, and as you can see, the trades, it's taken for the long trades. Remember, the long trades was the 6,500, but it's actually taking a loss on the shorts. So if I look at this, and I have it up here for the shorts only. So this is the short equity curve, which is like this. So it's just a big loser, right? And then this is the longs, right? And if we combine the two, you can see that the shorts are down here, the longs are up here, up here, and our equity curve is in between. We actually want the equity curve to be above. So bottom line is short strategy on this, taking shorts on this, even though the market has been going down for the last, couple weeks, it hasn't been paying to take this thing to go short. So just kind of thought that this would be kind of interesting stats to look at as to why is this only a long only strategy, and what was the thinking behind it for me when I was basically, trying to trade this. So anyhow, I know it's kind of long and winded, but enough of that. Let's get back to the charts. Let's see who else joined us. Nico and Trade Hawk. Good morning to both of you guys. So, all right, let's see. So during the overnight, this is kind of where we're at. So let's see. Well, the low was here. Oops. That's not what I wanted. The low was here, and we're actually we're coming down to retest the low. And the highs was back here. We made the high actually at 8 o'clock this morning. And if we look at the 15, how does the 15-minute look like? We're actually trading outside of the previous 15 almost. We're closing below it. Looks like the market's trending down yet again. So we'll see what'll happen there. All right, let's see. So we're going to need this thing to go up towards the 470s area, 460s at least, for us to be able to see if we can get a signal to take this thing long. We've got just about another 45 seconds. Don't have access to demo. That's interesting. Oh, it's because it's the wrong account. All right. That was fun and interesting. All right, so now let's run. We've got 10 seconds before the market opens. I'll wait for this thing to kind of start running, and then I'll run a couple of test trades. We do have some high news coming out this morning at 10 o'clock, but we should be done by then, long before then. Yep. Hey, Chad, good morning to you. Hopefully we do get a setup today. It would be nice. Let's go back to this. So the market look like it's trying to push up here. We have yesterday's settlement sitting at right around 460s. Level, which is somewhere close to this dotted line here. We've got another 3 minutes, 45 seconds or so before we see if we get a setup or not. Let me try to run a couple of test orders.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
All right. So we are pushing up, which is a good sign. See if it continues. Yeah, the 465 level is something to take a look at. That's somewhere around, that's yesterday's settlement. And it looked like it got almost to it and then bounced pretty hard off of it. Boy, it's like a 30-point rejection. Looks like it wanted to have nothing to do with that. Got just under 3 minutes left. It's pushing back down again. Now we're below the lows of the overnight, which we actually made at 8 o'clock this morning. Oh, no. That was... Yeah, it's 3:40 in the morning, so... so that was the London low, and we're actually down here testing it. So we'll see if it's going to continue to test it and break below it and continue to dive down. We're actually down almost over 3.5% for the week. So between yesterday and today, the market's down like almost 4%, 3.5, yeah, almost 3.75%. Just got under 2 minutes left before this thing will give us an idea of a setup. Right now, we're not looking anywhere near it. See what the lower time frame. Yeah, the lower time frames aren't giving us any indication that this thing wants to reverse or go back up. Because if you look at the 1 minute, I'd want price to at least go back up here and go above the 440s and get up into the 450s. But it's not doing any of that. So we've got about another minute and a half. We'll see how this 1 minute closes. This is some really choppy price action here. And you can see by this 5 minute candle that there's a lot of indecision, right? Obviously, we're engulfing the past, 5 minute. But again, since we're like hovering right around where the price opened and it went, let's see if it opened at 421, dropped 40 points, went up almost 50 points, and we're right. So it's a 100-point, swing. And we're right in between it. We've got 32 seconds left, and I basically need price to close above 455 for me able to take this thing long, and it just doesn't look like that's going to happen. Got 20 seconds left. So again, it looks like we're not going to get a setup today, guys. But I did want to go over some of those stats. I thought you guys would find that to be a little interesting as to why. Oh, that's interesting. So this thing actually filled me, and I forgot to change the. That's funny. All right. So this thing actually took everything. It took everything short because I forgot to turn the strategy to. All right, hold on one second, guys. This thing went completely bananas on me. All right, bear with me for 1 second, guys. Forgot to turn the strategy off on both directions, and basically this thing ended up taking a short on me when it opened. And let's see what happens to my accounts. All right, well, fortunately for me, give me 1 second. All right, I had to do some major damage control here, make sure I flattened everything. This was quite interesting. Fortunately for me, this thing ended up going in my favor, but this was pretty scary. Here, I'll kind of show you guys what happens if you're not on top of your game with the trade copier. All right, let me make sure I turn everything off. Give me 1 second, guys. This was it's quite interesting. Wow, that was pretty exciting. So here's all my accounts. Well, actually half of them anyway. So this is how I ended up. One of them actually ended up red, lost 300, but some of these accounts, by the time I closed everything, you can see where it put it. So I got extremely lucky. This could have easily gone the other direction, and it would have been pretty devastating. That's the one copier, and then the other copier. Oh God, this is pretty funny. This is the other copier, and I had two accounts that kind of went in the red here for the some of the top step accounts. My 50Ks, I've got some 50K evals. Looks like I passed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like a whole bunch. Passed a bunch of evals on the 50Ks, which was, well, I guess this will, I'll do all the analysis on this later, but this actually got my favor, but I got to say I got extremely lucky today. But this happens, so that's what happens when you're trading 49 accounts across 12 prop firms. So, yeah. So anyway, thanks for sticking around, guys. You got to experience some pretty chaotic stuff for me this morning. But anyway, I'll sign off here. Yeah, pretty funny, huh, guys? And when I jump back into the Discord, I'm sure we'll have a whole bunch to talk about in there. Again, thanks for joining me, guys. We weren't supposed to get a setup. This thing actually triggered for me. It triggered short. It wasn't supposed to. This was a big boo-boo and a big no-no. It did work out in my favor, but you know, I was trying to show you guys the stats of what happens when you take this thing long and or short, and I actually had my strategy armed into the short position. It wasn't supposed to. Anyway, it happens. We'll have this thing fixed for tomorrow. Have a great rest of the day, guys, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye now.